All right, good morning. Here we are trying to make purfling, or at least the beginning stages of it. So what I've decided is, so traditionally what they do is they take a wood like poplar and a wood like box elder, which are both pretty light woods, but they're somewhat hard, and you can take semi-thick shavings out of them. And what they do is they plane them into a thick shaving like this, and I don't know if you can tell, but I'm probably at like 0.3, 0.4 millimeters. I'm okay with that. It's a lot of effort. So here's what the deal is that you take your stick and you make sure that it's on the quarter. You wet it or steam it on the top so it raises the grain up a bit. And then you set your plane pretty deep. I don't know if I can show you on this. And you want it pretty even across the top. It's kind of hard to show. There we go. That's the best way. So that you have your blade sticking up pretty good to make that thick shaving. And you press down a lot and you push with a lot of force slowly across the board to get a thick shaving to come up. And like I said, the traditionals like poplar and box elder. I don't have any of those, so I have a piece of maple, which that was the piece I just showed you, and I have some Padauk. Traditionally what they do is they'll take that box elder and they'll stain it with some iron acetate or some other things to make it black. My fingerboard is made out of Padauk, so it's a red color. It will darken with age, so let me give you an example here. All right, so here's my hammer, and you can see my handle here has a nice dark rusty brick red color that's come up, and then to contrast it, I have this fresh piece of Padauk, and you can see how much lighter that is. So over time it will darken. It will look very nice. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to plane some of the Padauk to sandwich the maple in between, so I don't have to worry about dyeing wood. And hopefully I can get some thick enough shavings of the Padauk to be able to do this. I do find that it works pretty well, at least, you know, for most operations. And I think, so a traditional sandwich is black, white, black, with the two stained block elders on the outside edges of it. Inside, and usually about 1.5 millimeters wide total, all of it, something around that ballpark to make the purfling. So I'll be close. I might have to double some of the Padauk, we'll see. But that's kind of what I'm at. I've made quite a few shavings of the maple as a trial and error to get this to where it is. And I'm hoping that I have enough width of thickness to be able to work with. I realize that the depth of it really only has to be about 2 millimeters, so I really only need 6-7 millimeters wide with my 0.5, 0.4 millimeters thick. And then if I can do that, then I can make consistent lines down the center to break it apart into smaller sections after I've got it glued and sandwiched. So that's the plan.